When you finally redirect your attention inward, life begins to reorganize itself around you. The moment you stop chasing validation, comparison, and external noise, something remarkable happens. Clarity finds you, strength grounds you, and peace becomes your default posture. This is not selfishness. It is strategy. It is the discipline of self-mastery. True progress begins not when you try to bend the world to your will, but when you align yourself internally. When your energy is precise, your choices sharpen. When your inner world is ordered, your outer world responds. People treat you differently, opportunities unfold more naturally, and outcomes no longer feel forced. Alignment does the heavy lifting that chasing never can. The silent thief, how comparison steals your power. Comparison does not arrive like a loud intruder. It slips in like a shadow. It doesn't take everything at once. It erodes you piece by piece. A glance at someone's success, a scroll through curated images, a casual remark from a friend, all of it, over time, convinces you that your journey is too slow, too messy, too uncertain. But the truth is this: you were never designed to be a replica. You are not here to mimic someone else's highlight reel. Your growth is not meant to impress, it is meant to transform. Every ounce of energy spent measuring yourself against another's path is energy stolen from your own evolution. And soon, comparison makes you impatient, resentful, and frantic. You begin performing instead of becoming. That is not power. It is panic disguised as confidence. Self-focus is preservation. Not ego. To focus on yourself is to protect your most valuable asset, your energy. It is to remind yourself, I am not here to race. I am here to evolve. When you disengage from the noise, you return to your own rhythm. You stop performing for strangers and start listening to your own compass. You stop sprinting toward applause and start moving at the pace of your purpose. This is not arrogance. It is integrity. It is the quiet discipline of building your foundation, brick by brick, choice by choice, until it is unshakable. Energy leaks, the hidden drain on your life. Most people don't collapse because of major disasters. They unravel because of silent leaks, unnecessary arguments, stagnant relationships, endless explanations, the need to prove themselves to people who will never understand. Each leak siphons energy from the same reservoir that should fuel your health, your creativity, and your peace. The math is simple. Every drop wasted on what drains you is a drop unavailable for what sustains you. When you seal the leaks, when you stop clinging to outdated narratives, hollow obligations, and conversations that lead nowhere, you reclaim power. The mind clears. Decisions simplify. Life feels lighter. This is not magic, it is discipline. The myth of confusion. You are not lost, just distracted. Most people believe they are confused. In reality, they are overstimulated. They scatter their attention across screens, feeds, and constant noise until their own voice becomes inaudible. Entire industries profit from stealing your focus. And when silence finally arrives, they mistake discomfort for emptiness, when in fact, silence is the space where truth resides. Stillness is not absence, it is access. It is where your buried clarity emerges. It is where your unshakable direction reveals itself. You don't need the perfect moment to begin. You need one focused hour, one deliberate choice, one return to yourself. Rebuilding self-trust. The foundation of real strength. Real power is not loud, it is steady. It is the quiet confidence that comes from trusting yourself. Yet for many, that trust has eroded. Not because they lack ability, but because they keep breaking silent promises. I'll start tomorrow. I'll follow through next time. Each betrayal weakens the bond until they no longer believe their own word. The way back is not grand declarations or public resolutions. It is small, consistent integrity. Keeping one commitment. Upholding one standard. Finishing what you said you would. Over time, each act rebuilds the foundation. Self-trust is not built in applause. It is built in private, where only you know the weight of the promise. Alignment over performance. You stop being shaken not when life gets easier, but when your foundation strengthens. The storms don't vanish, but you no longer bend under them. You no longer chase approval, because your conviction is enough. This is alignment. When your actions reflect your values, when your choices mirror your truth, when your inner voice speaks louder than external noise. Presence, not perfection, is the starting point. Peace is not a reward. It is a prerequisite. And once you embrace presence as a discipline, not a luxury, everything begins to settle. From that state, you no longer need to force life. It begins to flow toward you. The final truth: you are not behind, you are becoming. The clarity, the respect, the opportunities you keep chasing, They meet you only when you stop chasing. Because the secret is this: when you become what you thought was missing, nothing feels missing anymore. So return. Return to your breath. Return to your focus. Return to yourself. For in doing so, you will watch as everything else, everything you once strained to control, finally falls into place.